Hello everyone, this is Anmol Man, and today we will be mapping Toronto's crime data. In this Tableau story, we will be looking at Toronto's crime data, and we will try to find out some facts about the crime rates, the crime categories, and the places these crimes take place at. This data has been taken from Toronto Police's public safety data portal, and before starting the visual, before working on the data, this data has been cleaned and all the duplicate values have been removed. All right. Now, looking at the overview of Toronto's crime. So all these dots on the map, they represent the crime reported in those neighborhoods. We can see that the annual crime count for the year 2022 is 36.5 thousand, and daily crime count is almost 100. And hourly, there's 4.2 crimes reported hourly every day on average. We can see that assault has been the most reported crime in 2022 with 18,000 reports, and auto theft and break and enter were the second and third most reported crimes, and then we have robbery and theft over. So let's look at the top three reported crimes: assault, auto theft, and break and enter. This visualization over here shows us the trend of these three crimes from year 2020 to year 2022. We can analyze that assault and auto theft has been on the rise from 2020 to 2022. The crime rate for assaults has risen from 15.4 thousand to 18.3 thousand over the 3 years, and auto theft has increased from 5,000 to almost 9,000. That's an increase of 4,000, and that's a 70% increase in the 3 years. On the other hand, break and enter saw a decrease from 2020 to 2022. It did increase from 2021 to 2022 a little bit, but overall there is a decrease. It could be concluded that this decrease was due to COVID-19, with not a lot of people leaving their houses. So that's one possibility. So let's look at the increasing crimes. So we have assault. Annual reports for assault were 18,300. And every day, 50 people reported assaults. And every hour, there were 2.1 reports of assault. Most of the assaults occurred in apartments, outside the houses, commercial places, inside the house, and there's some minor reports here and there in other sections which were not disclosed: transit, which is surprising, and educational. The neighborhoods which were most affected by assaults were Moss Park, downtown Yonge East, Wellington Place, York University Heights, West Humber, Clareville, with Moss Park, downtown Yonge East, Wellington Place being the most affected neighborhoods. And we can see that average assaults per day from Sunday to Saturday, they are pretty in the same range, from 7 to 7.5. And assaults per hour for any given day, on average, would increase from 6 a.m. in the morning and sort of max at around 3 p.m. and then slowly decrease over the night. So this was our overview for assault data. Now let's look at auto theft. In 2022, 8,700 reports for auto theft were reported. On average, it was 24 reports daily and one auto theft every hour. Most of the auto thefts were recorded in houses, probably because cars are parked in houses usually. And then we have some commercial, some other non-disclosed areas and apartments. And the neighborhoods which were most affected by auto thefts were West Humber, Clareville, and York University Heights. We can see that on average, the most amount of thefts for auto vehicles were reported on Monday to Friday, with Wednesday, Thursday, Friday being sort of the most affected days. And then hourly auto thefts chart here shows us that the most auto thefts were done in the morning between 5 to 9 a.m. and then it slowly starts decreasing over the rest of the day. This was our overview for the auto thefts. Now let's move to key takeaways. So from this story and the data, the analysis that we did for this data, we find that annual crime count for 2022 was 36,000. And the top categories were assault and auto theft, with break and enter on a decline, and auto theft being the crime that had the most increment over the 3-year term. That's the 70% increase. We have 18,000 annual assault reports and around 9,000 auto theft reports in the year 2022. And the areas most affected with assault and auto theft were Moss Park, Downtown Yonge East, Wellington Place, York University Heights, and West Humber, Clareville. Now, having looked over the data and the facts, is Toronto safe? So the population of Toronto in 2022 was 3 million people, and the crime that was reported was 36,000. And so, to be honest, the annual crime report per population it just comes out to about 1.2%. So it is less, but it is still 36,000 crime reports. So it really depends. It depends, if on the area you live in, if that is the most affected by certain type of crimes or the interaction you have with others. So you can't really sort of assume the safety, like if it is safe or not, but you should always be aware of your surroundings and try to stay safe. That's the least we can do. Anyways, thanks everyone. Thanks for listening. And this was Mapping Toronto's Crime Data by Anmol Man. Thank you.